A row of terraced houses in the South Wales valleys could be demolished after the stretch of road outside their front doors was identified as having the worst air pollution in the UK outside London. Some residents of Woodside Terrace in Crumlin who believe their health is suffering, or despair at the constant roar of traffic, have welcomed the idea of the houses being razed. Others who have invested money, time and love into their homes hope alternatives such as a bypass or restrictions on lorries might be introduced instead. The Guardian revealed last year that government data showed the levels of nitrogen dioxide on this stretch of the A472 were exceeded only by part of Marylebone Road in central London. Map of Crumlin, South Wales. Though the spot in Crumlin is surrounded by fields and hills, the road is a main cross route between two valleys, carrying more than 21,000 vehicles a day. "I've had enough," said Gloria Matthews, a 60-year-old carer who has lived on Woodside Terrace for 17 years. From 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. the cars and lorries and vans rumble by. You can feel the vibrations, you can smell the fumes, and you can never open your windows. It's got much worse over the years. Some people live in their cellars now to try to get away from the traffic. The route is busy with local traffic, commuters traveling to Newport and Cardiff, and is a shortcut for lorry drivers keen to avoid the M4, which is often congested, and the Severn Bridge tolls of £20 for HGVs. Though HGVs and vans represent only 4% of traffic on the road, they account for more than a third of emissions. Lorries on the A472, Crumlin. Photograph Adrian Chirat for The Guardian. The geography of this spot in Caerphilly County exacerbates the problem. Even if the road happens to be clear, the steep hill slows the trucks down to a crawl. And the area is hemmed in by the terrace on one side and a hill on the other, so that, especially on a still day, the fumes linger. Barbara Smith moved to the road 4 months ago but has already put her home back on the market for offers in the region of £89,950. The estate agent's website blurb does not mention the road, and the only images are of the interior and back garden. Smith said she had invested £3,500 on secondary glazing to counter the effects of the road, but it did not solve the problem. "I can't sleep, I can't breathe. I want to leave." A report on the situation has been produced for Caerphilly County Borough Council, and residents have been asked what they would like to happen. Options included in a draft action plan include compulsory purchasing homes on Woodside Terrace and demolishing them, building a bypass, introducing management measures to help the traffic at least flow more freely, working with businesses, schools and other bodies to try to encourage more use of public transport and to walk, reducing the number of lorries on the road. Martin Brown has put up homemade signs asking drivers to slow down. He has lived on the road for almost 50 years, but he is in favor of compulsory purchase. "My suggestion is to knock them all down," he said. Deanna Harwick, a mother of 2 young children, said she could never open her windows, so at this time of year the house feels pretty airless. Polluted Road. She believes the value of her home has decreased by up to £20,000 since she bought it 10 years ago. "I'm worried I'd lose money if there was a compulsory purchase. I'd favor a bypass," Harwick said. The Wales Green Party said the health of residents was being sacrificed because lorries and cars had been prioritised over people. The party spokesperson for Gwent, Ian Chandler, said there are no easy answers to this particular problem. Building a new bypass will move some of the pollution away from the most affected houses, but the initial reduced congestion risks encouraging more traffic to use that route, and so the problem returns. Purchasing and demolishing the homes removes the residents from the problem, but does nothing to reduce overall pollution. Caerphilly Council said it would listen carefully to what residents said they wanted to happen next. Alun Stenner, a councillor and cabinet member for the Environment and Public Protection, said we remain fully committed to doing all we can to help improve the air quality situation, and did encourage our residents to contribute their views on the contents of this draft action plan by taking part in this consultation. Jane Davies, who has lived on the terrace for 25 years, said she loved her house. "We've made a lot of improvements over the years. The road is noisy, but it's lovely out the back with woods and a stream. So it's not all bad. I hope they can find a way to improve the road. Demolition seems too drastic."